What's up, Cardinals? Listen, it's been tough so far, but we want to find a way to keep everybody in Cardinal Nation together and hyped for the rest of the year, okay? So this is what we got going on next week. Starting next Monday on April 20th, we'll have our first virtual Spirit Week. Tag CR1 Team and CRHS Red Zone 2020 to participate on Instagram and Twitter. We do have some new themes for this year's Spirit Week, so here are the new themes.
Hey Cardinals, it's Katie No here for Workout Wednesday. Show us how you're staying active by posting photos or videos to the hashtag CR1Team. This could be things such as running, biking, doing a puzzle, or even reading a book. Just any way that you're staying physically or mentally active. Although we can't be together during these difficult times, we're still together as one team.
Hey there, CR. Ethan Carson here. Well, it's Ta-Da Thursday, so maybe you've made some art, picked up a new hobby, learned a new skill, or cooked a new recipe. Whatever it is, we want to see what kind of fun things you're up to. As for me, I have made this luxurious blanket fort with the help of my sister. Took a couple hours just to make sure it held up. But anyway, today's the day to get creative. So the sky's the limit. So have fun, stay safe, and go Cardinals. Aw, come on!
Hey Cardinals, it's Megan, one of your school store managers. I know that I definitely miss seeing every one of you guys in the store. I know your friends missing you, your teachers, all the staff at the school. Just know that you're not alone. We're thinking about you guys. Today's theme is Cardinal Nation Day, so wear your Cardinal Nation shirts, wear your Cardinal apparel. If you don't have any, that's okay. Wear red. Go on a walk. Let's get through this together. We're strong. We're one team, and we're going to come out even stronger after this, and I hope to see everybody in May. Yeah, go out there, have a good day.
I'm Tom DeVellis, Activities Director at Coon Rapids High School. We are proud of the accomplishments of our student athletes, and it is my honor to introduce to you Rachel Dieters, Coon Rapids High School's Athena Award winner for 2020.
Hi, I'm Rachel Dieters, and I go to Coon Rapids High School. I have been in volleyball, gymnastics, track, and weight training, and to me, being named Coon Rapids High School Athena Award winner meant that everything, all the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, all the long nights, and even all those losses that I've had have been worth it in the end. Next year, I plan on attending Hamline University in the fall. Go Pipers! I'm going to major in anthropology with a minor in forensic science, and I plan on doing track next year as well. My experiences in high school have prepared me for the next step in my long journey of life, in the sense that mistakes aren't always a bad thing. It just makes you more aware of the decisions that you make. And as far as socially, high school has prepared me by allowing me to express myself freely and to be able to step out of my comfort zone. But what Coon Rapids has taught me, though, is the importance of being a part of something like our one team slogan, and what it means to have pride in where you come from. We all have our own stories, but when told together, we tell the story of what being Cardinal is all about. We are one family, one team, and we are CR.
Hi, my name is Becca, and during quarantine I've been baking desserts.
Hello, over quarantine I've been doing schoolwork and I've been hitting some baseballs.
What I've been doing over quarantine is spending a lot of time with family, trying to stay in touch with friends as much as I can, and just work on distance learning and practice sports that are supposed to be in the spring.
During this quarantine, I've spent time with my family, played games, and watched sports.
Over quarantine, I've been exercising and walking my dog a lot.
Some fun things I like to do in quarantine are take my dog for a walk, bake, and watch Netflix.
For this week's uplifting news, a farmer decided that he was going to give a big thank you to the healthcare workers out there today. He gave thanks by plowing an NHS on his field, which stood for British National Health System, and a Stay Safe Rainbow. I think that's really nice of him to do that. I hope you guys stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time.
Everyone's excited to see this one. And remember, kids, don't touch your face. This kid is a winner. Get up and celebrate with us as we review the winter season. We will bring you all the best shots, and some, well, not so good. You'll fall for this one because, as always, that's our goal. Sports night is next.
I will freely admit that I am more than a little biased here, seeing that I have a kid on the team. But Cardinals came into the year with so many changes, it was their job to just pick up the pieces and move on. Last year at this time, we were talking about the Cardinals having their most successful season in recent memory. But with their top two players moving to a conference rival and a new coach behind the bench, they started this season with more questions than answers. The Cardinals started with just two players who had scored a varsity goal, and they had just 4 career goals between them. Few on the roster had ever been looked to as goal scorers, and they struggled to find offense all year long. The Cardinals were shut out 12 times in their 26 games this season and held to 1 goal in 5 more. Meanwhile, they gave up over 6 goals per game, including 3 double-digit losses. They managed just 2 wins, a 6-1 victory over Cambridge Isani in mid-December and a 5-2 victory at home against Red Wing in mid-January. It's hard to find offense when you spend the majority of your time in the defensive end. The Cardinals were outshot in every game this season, on average by a 46-16 margin. They allowed more than 50 shots against 10 times, and they were held to 15 or fewer shots on goal in 14 of their games. That's why, despite a lofty goals against average, senior goaltender Connor Wise was named All-Conference, because the coaches knew he was facing a huge amount of shots every night.
Out front, a huge save by Wise.
Wise was a 3-year starter and a consistent presence between the pipes. Cardinals will also lose 4-year starting defenseman Jake Van Hulsen. The Corey brothers, Jake Wheeland, Caden Carey, and Johnny Matthews also graduated. It's a group that will be missed, but they have a lot coming back.
Shot and a goal, and the Cardinals are right back on top.
The Cardinals will return 16 letter winners. They have a deep junior class and a handful of sophomores who made their impact felt this season. 13 guys scored their first varsity goal. And most importantly, the underclassmen appear to be buying into the change in culture.
Flipped ahead, Kamani Poor with speed behind the defense, a goal!
That was one of Coach Aaron Frock's main missions this season, to get these guys to believe in themselves and their teammates. They have enough talent to be more successful than they were, but they will only achieve their potential if they work harder than everyone else and compete as a team every time they take the ice until the final buzzer sounds. There are your seniors: Jake Van Hulsen, Johnny Matthews, Jake Wheeland, Ryan Corey, Jake Corey, Caden Carey, and Connor Wise, and it will leave a lot of holes. I got to note, though, they did not win on the ice, but off the ice, that's a section championship team. A GPA of almost 3.8.
It's amazing. That's great.
They are
That's
the section
phenomenal.
champions.
That's phenomenal.
So, but that part, they've got figured out. They're definitely smart enough to play the game. But that's all right. I have faith.
Well, the record may not indicate it, but I thought Coach Frock did a really nice job his first season, and he had a lot. He had a lot to do in that first year in trying to develop this team. But I think now that they've got a year under their belt under his system, I think things will get better in the future.
Well, we will see what happens next year.
Well, last but certainly not least is the girls hockey team. They were the first to start the winter season and the first to finish. The Bluebirds have been solid all 3 years of their existence, but they have yet to get past the first round of the playoffs. This year's team, though, was really led by a youth movement. It'll be interesting to see how far they can take this program next season. The Champlain Park Coon Rapids squad has been extremely consistent since joining forces 3 years ago. They had 13 wins year one, and now have recorded 14 wins in their last 2. The Bluebirds traded wins with losses for most of the season, but spend most of the year above the 500 mark. They only won 3 straight one time, but they only lost back-to-back games twice all year, once very early and once at the very end.
Stormcats able to keep that one in, and a long shot from the blue line hits over Johnson and scores!
They posted a 14-10-1 record, but 6 of their 10 losses were to top 10 teams, including AA state champion Andover and single A runner-up Cloquet Escocard. They competed hard with the best in the state all season long, and a lot of their leaders will be back next year.
Ahead, Delaney Johnson splits the defenders in on a breakaway to the backhand, and a goal!
Junior Delaney Johnson started the season slow, but finished as the team leader in goals and points for the 3rd straight year. Sophomores Abby Ness and Molly Terabeza were the early scoring leaders before finishing 2nd and 3rd on the team respectively. Just one of their top 8 scorers was a senior.
Centering pass, puck bouncing around, Bezcalos scores, and we are tied with 26 seconds remaining in the 3rd period.
The Bluebirds had 7 seniors, and they will leave some big holes. Anna Bezcalo is one of the team's top scorers every year, and Sarah McClellan has been one of their best blue liners. Goaltender Elijah Johnson played all but 1 game for the Bluebirds this season, meaning they will return almost no varsity experience between the pipes.
Into the skates, Bender, a shot, a big save by Johnson.
Still, the nucleus they will return is very exciting. They will have skill and experience at every other position and should be in good position to continue to be a contender. And hopefully, they'll find the key to getting to the next level.
Holly Johnson, Grace Fanula, Leah Jones, Sarah McClellan, Anna Bezcalo, Elia Johnson, and McKenna Moe. McClellan, a really nice blue line player. Anna Bezcalo has been a team leader on the offensive side. Since the co-op began. Elia Johnson, pretty much their only goaltender this year. Cam Meyer, split time, had the bulk of the other game that she did not play this year, but that'll be a big question mark moving forward. But a lot of great players coming back for them. It'll be very exciting to see what they do and the way they play. They're not a very big team. They have a couple of girls who can be physical, but they play fast and they play as a unit, and they're fun to watch, and it'll be interesting to see what they do moving forward.
Yeah, I think the biggest question, quite obviously, is going to be who's going to play in nets, and that's something that that Coach Coltis is going to have to figure out during the offseason and when it comes into next year. Who's the best candidate to replace Elijah Johnson? Which some big skates to fill.
Well, and the same could be said for both hockey teams
Correct.
next year. But
Aaron Young.
next